The time I jumped off a ski lift by Emma. So the first time I went skiing, I went to Ski Bowl, and I got lessons there. And for those of you who haven't had the pleasure of taking lessons at Ski Bowl, it's a bit of a nightmare. I took lessons with a group of about 7 other kids. The first thing you have to know about lessons at Ski Bowl is that if you are a kid, they will not give you poles. Because they're afraid when you fall, you will punch yourself in the stomach with them. So I didn't get poles, and if you go skiing, you know, without poles, you can't move anywhere, you just shuffle. So we spent the first hour of the lesson just practicing on this tiny mound of snow, and the instructor kept shouting at us like, "Get back up fast," and we were like, "Easy for you to say, asshole, you have poles, you're like going places unlike us." And we finally got to go to the bunny hill after about an hour, and we were all really excited because that had a ski lift, and none of us had ever been on a ski lift before, so that was pretty monumental. We got in partners, and as we were nearing the end of the lift, you know how there's like that hill that builds of snow so you can slide down and then get out of the way for the person in front of you? Yeah, so we were coming up on that, and I was the next person to get off with my partner, and the boy in front of me was sort of this perfectly circular Hispanic boy, and I'm not going to say everything that happened was his fault. I'm just saying if he hadn't done what he had done and fallen, none of this would have happened at all, and he fell right where I had to go. So I stayed on because I didn't want to decapitate him with my skis, and immediately it started getting higher right if you leave the slope to move out of the way of the skiers. And all the other classmates are down below me watching me elevate and are just yelling like, "Jump, jump!" And I didn't want to come off as some kind of a scaredy cat, so I jumped. And the guy whose job it was to stop the ski lift if anything had a problem, ran out, was swinging his arm, was like, "Don't jump, stop!" And I was like, "Too late, dumbass. I'm airborne at this point." The only remarkable thing that happened is when I landed, both my skis flew in complete opposite directions. But I was down on the ground, I was fine, and the guy who worked there ran out to me and was like, "You shouldn't have done that, you just stay on, don't ever do that again, you'll just go back around." But then he goes, "But, you're really, you're really brave. And I know a lot of grown men who wouldn't have done that." And I was pretty proud of myself, and I still am. So